Hey guys, good to be here for this week's Labs updates. On the session side, we're just about ready to release theming. So hopefully in the next couple of hours, it'll roll out. We're rolling out on desktop and mobile. We were originally just planning to do mobile, but desktop caught up with the rest of mobile, or it ended up being that way. So we'll have it coming out on all platforms, and that'll also come with the settings redesign, which we've done across all platforms to make the settings menus easier to understand, and also some onboarding changes, particularly to when you're adding a new user. When you press that plus button down the bottom, when you press the plus button in desktop off the top, there's a new screen there, which uses some new terminology around what were open groups and closed groups, which are now being renamed to groups and communities. So you'll see those changes rolling out, and some documentation updates as well will be coming out too. So that's basically what we've been working on the session side. The next things we'll kind of get onto our closed groups and disappearing messages, which should happen in the next couple weeks, couple months, depending on how we make progress there. On the Oxen core side, we have been working on this batching database changes. So basically we're taking snapshots, or more frequent snapshots, of the batching database to be able to update or to roll back easier, because before, if your batching database got out of sync or there was something wrong with it, it got corrupted, then you'd need to rebuild it from essentially day dot. Now we're having it so it's snapshotted every period of time, so you can just go back to that last snapshot that you had of it. And that's the same way we do the service node list as well, so we're just bringing things in line there. On Lokinet, we've been taking the feedback that we got in the last internal test and putting in some new colors into the GUI to kind of better indicate when you're connected to Lokinet versus being connected to an exit or in VPN mode, as we call it in the GUI. And we've been making some changes to Lokinet as well to better communicate to Oxen about when Lokinet is working or isn't working, so that process can be better handled. So yeah, I think that just wraps up the dev section. I'll throw it over to Josh for the next one. Thanks.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Marketing Labs update. I'm Josh. I'll be your host here this evening, again as per usual. So, last week was still another big week for Session. Still lots of stuff going on with the whole situation on the Iranian front. So on the Session side of things, there was still a lot to do. One of the things that we did was an after-action review, trying to take stock of during the whole situation. What did we do good? What could be improved on in the future? One thing for sure we realized is that all the relationships that we previously built up with our partners in Iran previously, all of them proved to be extremely valuable. So that's something that we're going to be looking to do more in the future, is get more relationships going with other organizations in countries with very oppressive governments. So that is something. Another thing that we're going to do is build out some guidelines for us in the future that we can follow the next time we blow up in a country that has heavy censorship going on. So that's on the cards. That's what we've discovered, among other things, and we're going to be moving on that. Also, on the social side of things, recently Signal made an announcement that they're going to be removing SMS support for Android, which is something they copped a whole bunch of heat for. But we actually ended up backing them up on a Twitter thread that gained a whole lot of traction, which is a really good sign, because it goes to show that Session's actually getting very respected. It's a respected player in the space, especially when it comes to talking about privacy, messaging, communications. We also did a whole bunch more prep work for the upcoming Session release that should be dropping imminently this week sometime. There's going to be a whole bunch of animation, comms, docs, and socials that's all prepped and ready to go. Also on the content side of things, we're still, as per usual, as I've said in the past, but we're really ramping up the short form videos that we're doing. And we've actually really started to get a lot of good traction on Instagram with we've had multiple videos now getting views in the thousands. So that's something that we're focusing on, and that's it for me this week. I'll catch you guys next time.